My main man, Chris Paul, never seems to be able to catch a break when it comes to the NBA playoffs. Injuries after injuries after injuries. This video, we're going to talk about his injury history and the latest thing that happened to him in the 2021 NBA playoffs. Chris Paul, damn, why does it have to be you? What's up, everybody? It's Coach Kev, aka Kevin A. Smith, coming back to you guys again today with another reaction video. Shout out to my guy Kev for bringing this up to me. We're going to talk about my favorite player, Chris Paul, and his rash and his history of injury after injury after injury. I try not to talk about this much because he's my favorite player, and I cross my fingers wanting him to always stay healthy, but he seems to always get injured in the playoffs at the worst times. So if you guys don't know, Chris Paul is my favorite player in the NBA. He's been my favorite player for a while now. I play like him. I try to play like him. I just enjoy his game, his leadership ability, his skills on the court. When you just throw all that stuff into a pot and then you just watch Chris Paul play, I just enjoy every moment of seeing him on the basketball court. He's always known for making players better on his team, his teammates better. He's been a floor general, a leader. All he needs, honestly, is to win a championship, an NBA championship, to be signed, sealed, and delivered as a top 3 point guard of all time. And like I said, in this video, we're going to talk about his injuries. Every time that there's a possibility for him to get there and the potential to get to the NBA championship and win an NBA championship, he always seems to get hurt, and it sucks that he's always going through that stuff. But like I said, what I'm gonna do today is talk about his injuries. So before we get into it, do all that good YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, support. I appreciate each and every one of you that support my channel. We're going to start off with him, the 2015 NBA playoffs. This is Chris Paul on the LA Clippers. First round against the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers had a great team. This is a championship caliber team the Clippers had this year too. And I was like, you know what? It's a tough matchup because they're going up against the Spurs and the Spurs are good. But in my mind, I'm like, if we could get past the Spurs, we have a shot to get to the NBA Finals. And this is what happens in the first round series. All right, here we go. Clippers versus Spurs. First round of the NBA playoffs. So Chris Paul with the ball. Quick left to right cross. And as you can see right there, he got his left hand on his left hamstring. So if you guys didn't see that, everybody who's played a sport, any kind of sport where you have to go right to left, quick lateral movements like that, you can see that he exploded quick left to right, and you have a chance to pull. You can pull stuff when that happens, man. It sucks, but so boom, bam, right there, he grabs it. So now you can see him really favor it now. I think this is the next play. He really pushed off Tony Parker bad too. But look at it. So watch him, see? So you can see him really there bringing the ball up, and he's like, yeah, this is not good. So in his mind right now, he's like, this is not good. And he still makes a shot. Another reason why I love this guy, toughen it up. So let's see his body language. So anybody who's been hurt, sports or in life, you just know when you're hurt. Look at his facial expressions. Just look at him. He just knows. He knows it's not good. Look at that. His hands and his head in his hands. So he went back to the locker room to get checked by the trainers. Came back and was like, yo, I'm going to toughen this out. That is tough. So before I play this, so this is the same game where he had a pulled hamstring, yet he comes back in the game, toughens it out. This is the last possession for the Clippers of the game. It's tied up. Chris Paul with a pulled hamstring. What are you going to do? Let's go, Chris. Look at him. He can't even run. He can't even move. Look at this. So you wonder why Chris Paul is my favorite player. This is just one of the many reasons. Pulled hamstring, comes back in the game, toughens it out. Look at this. He can't even jump. That look, man. He looked like he couldn't even. Look at him. Look at his face. Okay, so that was the 2015. So he pulled his hamstring, not tore, pulled his hamstring. So what happened that year is that they ended up going against I want to say they played Houston in the next round. They played Houston in the next round. And they actually went up 3-1 against Houston. So they were up. Chris Paul missed, I want to say the first 2 or 3 games he missed. But they went up. Then Chris Paul came back. And by the time he came back, and they just somehow lost that series 4-3. I don't know how they lost that series. Because it really shouldn't have been about his injury. Because they were up with him not playing. So that's 2015, first of Chris Paul's many injuries in the playoffs. So this is now 2016. He's still with the Clippers. Now he's going up against the Portland Trail Blazers, and this is what happens here. So it wasn't even the hand. He swiped down with his left hand. It wasn't even his left hand. It was his right hand. So his right hand kind of got caught in the other person's. So yeah, just play it real quick. I don't even know who that is. So as you can see his right hand right there kind of got caught. So I guess his hand maybe jammed backwards a little bit or something, but that's a broken hand right there, bro. Oh, and you see him do this? He knows something is not good. He just knows something is not good, man. Look at the same facial expression with the pulled hamstring. He just knows. He's just like, freak. He's like, man, I'm done. He knows he's done. Look at it. Damn. So that was a hand fracture in 2016. Man, I'm like, I don't even remember that year that well. But I know that they had a chance. I know when he was with the Clippers, like they had a team that should have made it to the NBA Finals. I believe should have made it to the NBA Finals. There should be no reason why they didn't. But so last but not least, the 2018 NBA playoffs. We got the Houston Rockets going up against the Golden State Warriors. This was the squad. I was like, you're going to the championship. The Warriors had Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green. They had the dynasty team right there. Chris Paul and Houston with James Harden were built to try to beat them. Everybody in the league was trying to beat the Warriors. And we were tied 2-2. I say we because Chris Paul is my favorite player. So whatever team he's on is we. We were tied 2-2 in the series. This is the pivotal Game 5. I remember watching this game. And I'm like, if Houston could pull this off, we have a chance of dethroning Golden State and going to the NBA Finals. This is the first time Chris Paul making it to the Western Conference Finals. And this is the game he has. Let's go, Chris! After he made it, I'm like, let's go! I was hyped, bro. Hyped. Let's go, Chris. Look at him shimmying. He's hyped. I was so hyped. I'm like, you about to win. And then late in the fourth quarter, Chris again. And there goes that hamstring once again. So as you guys see, once again, I like to show it twice just in case you guys miss it. So just like I said before with the other hamstring with the Clippers, normal basketball play, boom, boom, spin move. Look at him. He's holding it. As soon as he can't even get up, look at him on the floor. He's like, this is not good, man. He already knows this is not good, man. Man, if anybody has ever pulled a hamstring, a quad, a calf, any of those pulls, once you feel it and once that is pulled, you're done. You can't even do anything. The pain is intense. Look at him. Once again, what's the same thing with all 3 injuries? Look at his body language. He just knows that this ain't it. Look at him. Chris just knows this is not it, man. This ain't it, man. Damn, man, I feel his pain, man. My favorite player just can't catch a break, bro. Ugh. Ugh. Woo. I could just look at it. Look at him. He knows exactly. He's like, especially from pulling his hamstring when he was with the Clippers. He just knows it's the same thing. So that's 3 injuries, and now we come to this year's NBA playoffs, the 2021 NBA playoffs. Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul's on the Suns. Healthy again, had a great season, was in MVP talks during the NBA season, regular season. Comes into the playoffs, I'm just crossing my fingers. I'm like, Chris, stay healthy, stay healthy, stay healthy, stay healthy. Whew, let's watch what happens here. I'm hyped, bro. Anytime Chris is just playing, because if he's healthy, this is what he does. That's what he does when he's healthy. You have a chance to win with a healthy Chris Paul on your team, man. They call him the point guard. Point guard? Look at him. Once again, Chris. So anybody who didn't see it, so take a look at it. He tries to contest, whatever. LeBron runs, and then his shoulder, boom. So he swung it backwards. The shoulder, it actually ran into his own teammate, and he's on the ground in pain. So people are thinking dislocated, something broke, something something is just not good. Like that looks like a dislocation to me. Like his move, he's just, look at him. Man, Chris. It's always something with my guy. Always. This guy can't, man. You can't, he stays healthy during the regular season. It just always when the playoffs comes, he gets hurt. What is going on? So he's able to power through that injury. That injury, it looks like he's done for the playoffs, right? He powered through, came back in the series, and played, and they won against the Lakers. So now it's on to the second round, and he is looking healthy. Like each game, he's getting healthier and healthier and healthier, looking good. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So this is Chris Paul now. After that devastating injury where it looked like he's done, now he's playing at a high level, back 3-0 against the Denver Nuggets. They're about to sweep them out of here. I'm like, yo, Chris Paul got the injury out of the way. First round against the Lakers, the injury's out of the way. I'm like, all right, he's good. Good to go. Good to go. Let's go, Chris. Let's go. I'm hyped. Look at that. I'm hyped with him. I'm like, yo, this is our year. He got the injury out the way. He's not done for the whole playoffs. He came back. He's playing well. His team swept. He gets to rest even more before the Western Conference Finals. And then this happens. Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns, they sweep Denver out of here. Everybody else, the other 2 teams, the Clippers and the Utah Jazz, are still playing. So they get to rest, like I said. Chris Paul's just resting up until they get to start their next series. And this, I see come across. Chris Paul is in COVID protocols. So Chris Paul caught COVID now? Like, you can't make this stuff up. Man, like, Chris Paul is my favorite player. It seems like the basketball gods, somebody just doesn't want this man to win an NBA championship. Like, it's the craziest thing. Like, I've heard about, like, being hurt, like, people just injury prone, always getting hurt at the wrong times, but it's like Chris Paul is injury prone at the wrong times, but it's always in the playoffs. It's never in the regular season. It's always in the playoffs. So it's at the biggest moments. And it sucks. So I'm hoping, they're saying that there's a chance that they're going to reassess this and look at it before the next series starts to see if he can come back. Hopefully he doesn't miss more than a game, maybe 2 games, but I hope he's there from the beginning of the series. But Chris Paul, that's my favorite player, man. I just wanted to go through his injury history and it just sucks, man. It sucks, especially just looking at his face. Anybody can relate to that. Just the pain of just working so hard to get to a point and just having just like that at a drop of a dime, all taken away from you. Man, hopefully things, like I said, fingers crossed, things look good for this and the COVID, that he gets through this and he's able to play in the Phoenix Suns, get to the NBA Finals, and actually win an NBA championship this year. But like I said, shout out again once to my guy Kev for telling me to do this video. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I had to do this, man. I just had to talk about it. It like hurts my heart talking about it, but Chris Paul's my favorite player, so gotta talk about the good, the bad, and everything with him, and just even though the injuries aren't bad, but just him powering through and just like prayers up to you, Chris Paul. Come on, Chris Paul. Push through. We got you, bro. You got to get it. You got to get it. We're going to win this championship, baby. Best point guard in the NBA right now. After you win this NBA championship, top 3 point guard of all time, baby. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, this is Coach Cav, and I'm out of here. See you when I see you. Peace. Let's go, CP3. We got this, baby.